Hey guys. Okay, this is two experiences I had at Dave's house. So Dave, I moved into his house with him because he's a cool dude. We got along great. And I don't wanna. Anyway, Dave had this infrared Sony camera that took high 8 tapes. It was old. It was an older model, but it had night vision, not infrared night vision. It had night vision, which is different from infrared. Anyway, it was an old Sony one. They don't make these on Sony anymore. And well, at that time, and it had 3 levels to bring it to brighten up the stars. And you look through, you can see stars in the sky, but when you look through this thing, it made them pop. You can see everything. So I got a big tripod, and I asked him if I could use it, put it on a tripod, and try to catch the UFO going by. So earlier in the day, I did a CE5. I hooked up to the ETs, conjured up my plan in my head, my vision, and I gave it to him. Spiritual, I give it to the ET. So that's what I did. And if you want more information on that stuff, I got a playlist after playlist of how to do that. Do the CE5. So I'm in the backyard. It's around midnight. I'm laying on a picnic table. And I got the camera all set up in front of me. I just gotta jump down, bring it up. Well, I don't even have to bring it up. Hit record and start filming. So I'm sitting there looking in the sky, and I see go across the sky like that. Red. It was a red dot, but it was red and it was flying like that. And when it was going that fast, I mean faster than the ISS, and it was solid. There was no trail. There was no trail like a meteor, none of that crap. And it was in orbit. I pretty much because I never got to film it. I never even sat up. It was going so fast. I just had enough time to eyeball it, and it was bright enough to see. And it was just a little dot, a red dot, and I knew as soon as I seen it, I knew it was the big red craft, like the red craft that I always see when I was younger. It's huge, man. It's huge, and that was it. That was one experience I had doing the CE5. Dave wasn't there. I think he was out doing something. So the next experience I had at Dave's house, this one was really weird. This one's crazy. I don't even know if it was my ETs. I don't even know if it was ETs. But the only reason I think it's ETs because I asked the ETs for another CE5. So I'm going to take you through this as it happened. I meditated earlier in the day. No, actually, I'm meditating it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. 10, 11. I meditated to the ETs, asking them for a sighting. And I'm laying there. I get up. I'm done asking them. I get up. Actually, I asked them. I meditated, asked the ETs for what I wanted. Then I fell asleep. For, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. I wake up. And I totally forgot about the ETs. I wake up and I hear this ringing in my head. And it's not, no, I hear a ringing outside, actually. It's outside the house. And I'm on the top floor, it's 2 floors. My bedroom's on the top floor. And I hear this buzzing, not a ringing, it's a buzzing. It's going, like that. Outside the house, but over top. It was like over top the house, and as everywhere I went. So I went, and it was pretty quiet. So I went on the computer. I went down the hallway. There's a computer there. So I'm playing on the computer, and there's a window right next to me. The window's open, and I'm still hearing a outside. I'm like, what the hell is that? And so I stick And it's foggy outside. There's a house right across. There's like a sidewalk and a house right there. Okay? So I stick my head out and I look up and I'm trying, what the fuck is going on out there? Like, I'm looking. I forgot totally about the CE5 I did. I'm looking out there and it's fog, thick fog outside. I couldn't even see the top of the house beside me. And I'm like, fuck. So I sat down at the computer again and it's still going on outside the house. And I'm on the computer and then all of a sudden it starts getting louder, right? It's going like that. I think it was lower. I don't know. I can't remember too well, but I remember that's the sound it was making. Higher or lower, I don't know. But I get up from the computer. I'm on the computer again. I'm trying to ignore the humming noise. It sort of sounds like power lines, you know? Because in the fog, when it's raining in the fog, you can hear on power lines, stuff like that. So I'm thinking that's what it was, but then I realized there's no power lines over our house. Nowhere. There's no power lines. And this thing is compassing outside the whole house. And it's coming from everywhere. I can't pinpoint a position, but I knew it was outside the house. So I'm on the computer, and pretty soon, it's inside the house. This zing, this zing is inside the house. And I'm looking around, and it's coming from outside the wall. And all of a sudden, I think, what the fuck is going on? Because I'm on the computer working. Pretty soon, it's like surrounding me, all around me. And then, it's gotten really loud as it came in. The noise came in the house. The buzzing came in the house. I get up from the computer. I'm all fucked up. I'm walking down the hallway back to where the steps are to go downstairs. I get downstairs. As soon as I touch the ground, on the main level, boom, the buzzing is coming from in me now. It's encompassed my head, my whole body. My whole body is going. It's outside the house, it's inside the house, and now it's in me, my spirit, soul, or whatever. I'm like, duh. Everything, all the external noises, gone. Can't hear nothing. Everything gone. I'm like walking. Whoa, man, I'm tripping out, right? I don't do drugs. I'm like walking, freaking out. My whole thing's going nuts. I walk through the living room. It's getting louder. And I'm not walking like, I'm walking like, whoa, like I'm a ghost walking. But I wasn't astral traveling. I was totally awake. I walk through the kitchen. It's getting louder. And I'm like afraid to go outside because I'm thinking the Greys are going to kill me or something, right? I don't know. I was freaking out. I didn't know what the hell to do. I couldn't pinpoint where the noise was. At the beginning, I could pinpoint the noise was over the house. It wasn't inside the house. The noise was outside. I looked at the window to look for whatever was making the noise up there above the house, like a helicopter. But helicopters will go. Anyway, I'm walking through the kitchen. I'm like fucking. Looks like I'm high, but I'm not. I'm like weirded out. It was a weird state, man. This buzzing, and it was in me, in my whole body. I could hear it in my feet, let alone my head and my chest and my soul and my spine. It was all in me, in the kitchen, outside. And in my head, I pictured I was in a bubble. And the noise was in the bubble. That's the little vision I had of what was going on. So I pictured, I don't know if this is right, I pictured, as I'm walking through the kitchen in my head, I pictured a UFO over the house, making a bubble over the house. And this vibration slowly came out, encompassed the house, came in the house, and came into me. And the whole house was surrounded. That's the vision I had. walking through the kitchen. I walk up to the kitchen. I walk up to the door in the backyard, going outside. It's totally foggy. You can't see nothing. I'm looking out the window of the door, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. I can't see nothing. I'm looking out the window. I'm looking at the rail. There's railroad tracks back there. I'm looking at the telephone poles along the railroad tracks. Nothing. And it's just fog. I can't barely see the railroad tracks. I can't. You can see 20 feet. That's how foggy it is. Then I'm like, well, I'm going to go outside and have a look, right? See what the hell's going on. My whole body, the whole house. I reach to open the doorknob. I went to reach to open the doorknob. As soon as I touched the doorknob, the sound gone. As soon as I touched the doorknob, the sound went away. I opened the door. I knew right then. I knew. I opened the door, went outside and looked. Nothing. I couldn't see nothing. And I knew right then. Now, what I knew was this. A long time ago, when I was 10 years old, I went to bed in the basement in Chatham. All right? I wasn't asleep yet. I laid down on my pillow, turned up the light, click, and I'm laying there. I'm waiting to go to sleep, thinking about whatever. All of a sudden, I hear somebody outside my bedroom door in the basement, which is black, not a light on out there, on the other side of the door that was closed, whistling happy birthday. It was whistling happy birthday. When the song ended, it started again. And when that second time, the third time, the fourth time, over and over and over, whoever it was whistling happy birthday outside my door. Over and over and over. And it was perfect. It was like a fucking recording, looping the song happy birthday, but it was whistling it. And then I turned on the light, click, beside my bed. And I sat up. But I'm like, oh fuck. My baseball bat is out there. My goldie stick's out there. I got nothing to smash this guy in the head with. I'm freaking out. It's still whistling happy birthday. Middle of the night, 11 o'clock, midnight. My heart's fucking pounding. It's like in my mind I can see someone going on the other side of the door going just right against the door to freak me out. But it over and over, and it was perfect pitch. Perfect every fucking time. There was no breath, there was no stops, there was no breaks. It was a perfect recording each time. Finally, I get out of bed to the cupboard. I walk over to the door, and in my mind, I made up this fucking what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab the doorknob, swing it open, and punch whatever it is, hard as I can, and make a run for it to the stairs to get upstairs and grab a weapon. Because it's pitch black down here, and the light is over by the stairs. So this is my plan. I walk across the bedroom, and the door is right here. I'm like listening on the door. And right across the door, 2 inches, is somebody 2 inches away from the door whistling happy birthday. Loud as hell for the 20th time. Over and over and over. I'm awake. Consciously awake. I'm like, I'm shitting my pants. I'm freaking out. Shit is not right. I'm in the fucking Twilight zone. What the fuck is going on? I slowly, okay, I got my plan. I got my fists ready. I'm fucking 10 years old. What am I going to do to a mass serial killer out there? What am I going to do? I got to do something. I reach out to the doorknob, and I don't want to make a noise because he'll hear. I got my fist. I'm going to swing the fucking door open, pow, and run like hell. Fight to the death. Whatever I gotta fucking do, I'm gonna do it. Getting ready, and this finger right here, I reach to the doorknob. I'm ready, and my finger, this one, taps, just touches the doorknob. It's like half a millimeter of skin touched the doorknob, because I wanted to be on the doorknob, and then all in one motion. But I had to get my hands on the fucking doorknob first. I can't be going, because the guy's going to be ready to kill me. So I got to put my hand on the doorknob. I put this finger in. As soon as the finger touched, as soon as my skin touched the doorknob, my fingertip, a half a millimeter of skin touched that doorknob, no more singing. It ended. That fucking made me a heart attack. I rip open, I turn the doorknob, whip it open, swing, there's nothing there, and I swing and I run up the stairs, jump in my mom's bed, and I'm fucking yelling at her. Now I already made a video of this, but 20 years later at Dave's house, the exact same thing. As soon as I touched the doorknob, the buzzing was gone. Now, what does all that mean? What does that mean? Think about it. I can tell you, you already know. Okay, whatever that was, the buzzing and the whistling happy birthday, it was a psyop from the aliens. Two different psyops, but it was a psyop. It was all fucking planned out. How they do it, I don't know. But it's some scary ass shit. Because you don't even relate it to UFOs. You think ghosts, crazy people. The first one, when I was 10, the whistling happy birthday. I'm thinking crazy. I was having UFO experiences damn near 4 times a month. Or more, 8 times a month. Face to face hell. Then this happens in the middle of it all. Throws your fucking mind. You're 12 years old. All you're thinking about is getting laid. That's it. Hockey and getting laid. That's all you're thinking about. And what the fuck was that demon in my face last night? Right? Which was the aliens. But, you know. Fuck, it's crazy, man. Anyway. So the psyop was, to me, I don't know. My best guess to the humming sound that was coming in was the ETs were over the house in the fog. So they can't be tracked on radar, maybe. I don't know, but they were low. The buzzing, the bubble, I saw, the vision of the bubble. The house was in a bubble. The UFO was on top, made a bubble over the house. Then started the buzzing. It slowly came into me. As soon as I touched it, I broke the connection, whatever that was. To me, the buzzing was sort of like a sound radar. Okay? If you can make sound, who knows what the fucking ETs can do? If you can make sound, well, that's what they do for oil, don't they? They make big booms at the bottom of the ocean. Radar's a ping. It goes down till it hits fucking oil, and then it comes back up. Right? And that's how they go, hey, there's oil there. Or ground penetrating radar. Ping, pang, pang. You know. So this sound was encompassing the house, outside the house, then inside, and inside me. And they're watching me run around. Now, whatever happened, whatever the connection is, as soon as I can make connection to go outside, it stopped. What that meant was, to me, I'm guessing, this is all guesswork. I don't know, I gotta give myself something. So I'm trying to figure it out. I gotta give my brain something, some satisfaction, right? So I'm thinking it's a radar. As soon as I touch the doorknob, that was their cue to get the fuck out of there, because I'm coming outside. Why they be worried about that, I don't know, it seems kind of stupid to me. So it's sort of like a spiritual connection. And why would they, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whistle happy birthday outside my door? Now you're a scientist. You're a scientist. And you want to see how this species reacts to an unknown. So you give them something nice. Happy birthday. Ain't much fucking nicer than that. But it's whistling outside your door. Now, everybody reacts a different way. They want to find out if you're afraid or not. How you're going to react. It's all how you're going to react. It's psychological. Me, I had a fist. Not a hammer. Not a hockey stick. Not a crowbar. Not a fucking shotgun, which I really, really could have used. But I had a fist. And it was just a ticking test. And I realized it was robotic. The whistling a happy birthday was robotic, like a fucking recording. How they got it outside my fucking bedroom door in the basement, I have no idea. I don't have an idea now. I don't have an idea back then. All I know is it was right outside. Now, the one thing I can relate to is I never felt anyone on the other side. Spiritually, I couldn't see, I couldn't feel anything out there. So what was doing it? It's like if my brother was out there whistling happy birthday, I'd feel him and I'd know it in a minute. Anybody. My dad, my mom, my brother, my sister, my dog, I fucking know who it is. But this time I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't sense anything. I couldn't see anything. Spiritually see nothing. When the buzzing at the house happened, I had a visual of a craft over the house making a bubble. And in the bubble was our house and me. The only reason I think it was that is because I had that same, as soon as I touched that thing and it disappeared, I went outside and looked around, went back in the house, it was all over, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And I was all wobbly in my head, so I was loose. So I knew it affected my spirit, my soul, and my body. I knew it affected me because when I was done, I was like, just smoked a fucking bag of weed. It wasn't that bad, but I was like out of it. Like walking around, looking at the fucking sink and the fridge, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Right? That type of state, you don't know where the fuck you are, sort of thing. I wasn't abducted. There was no time missing or anything. It was just checking me out. So I figured it was some kind of zapping radar thing. Guys, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. The only thing I can relate to it is as soon as I touched that doorknob and I remembered, as I got back in the house and I was thinking about it, I touched the doorknob and I remembered the whistling happy birthday outside my bedroom. It was the same thing. Same thing. And it was, the first one was an E.T. psyop to see how I'd react in fear. But not so much fear as in to terrify me. They gave me something, they like put me in the Twilight Zone. Gave me a nice song that don't belong. And then now I'm having all these Christ experiences where he does the same goddamn type of thing. Look at Jello Biafra for Christ. Look what he did to me. It was all that stuff, man. That type of stuff, like internal working, spiritual stuff. But why not the ETs do that to test you out? Was it a different race over the house than my race? I don't know. I can't tell you. But I remembered I was doing a CE5 when I went to bed. I did the CE5, then I let it go and fell asleep for like a half an hour. I woke up to the buzzing. I went to the computer and it slowly got louder and louder and louder. It was ET, interdimensional, whatever it was. It was not fucking normal. That's for damn sure. Because when I do my CE5s, I reach out from my inner light to the ET. And I hook up to the ET. I can see him. He's doing something. And then I just give him a little shake, and all of a sudden he goes, "What do you want?" Right? And he knows it's me. And then I give him my picture. As soon as I grab his attention and his ego, I give him what I'm asking for. And then I let it go. And I let it go by thinking about something else. But in this case, I fell asleep. Because I was already out of it and tired. I woke up a little while later with the buzzing over the house. 1 and 1 equals 2, right? And I had a feeling the whistling happy birthday outside my bedroom door was the ETs, because it was like ETs 4 times a month to 8 times a month back then. But I was so fucked up as a kid, I couldn't really fucking think about it too much. I mean, dealing with the ETs like that, coming face to face, you pass out. Watch my videos from the past, man. Crazy stuff, guys. That happened at Dave's house. Dave wasn't at home. I was the only one at home. So he never even experienced it. It was foggy. You know, great. Just what I need, fog, right? So you can't see in the sky. How convenient. Fucking guys, the ETs are crazy. So if you ever have an experience like that and you touch the doorknob and whatever is going on stops instantly, I want to fucking hear about it. You write me on it. Write me an email. It could all be, you don't got to tell me your name or not. I want to know the experience. Because I want to know. I got to know. I need other people's examples. As soon as you touch the doorknob and whatever's happening stops, that right there. Tell me about it. I don't care if it's a damn witch. I don't care if it's a dog. Whatever. You touch the doorknob and it stops and there's nothing up there, tell me. Because that means something. That's a psyop from the ETs, as far as I'm concerned. 'Cause it is my life anyway. And if you've had that experience where you touch the doorknob and whatever's happening stopped instantly, tell me about it. Please. Please. Okay, later, guys.